In this video, we get an introduction to the total kinetic energy of an object that is both rotating and translating. So we have a picture of a wrench here that's spinning, and I have marked the center of mass on it. And you can see that the center of mass is tracking along in a straight line. So we're ignoring any external forces on this thing. And my center of mass will just track along in a straight line while the wrench spins around that. So we're trying to write down the total amount of energy in this thing. And certainly it has a rotational component, but all of that mass is also translating through space. And both of those things have to be accounted for. So this is one of those moments where I'll say, as it turns out, and the proof will be left to a different video. So as it turns out, the total kinetic energy is going to be 1/2 times the total mass of this thing times the center of mass velocity squared, or center of mass speed squared. So that's the speed at which that little dot is tracking along, plus 1/2 times the moment of inertia with respect to the center of mass. So remember, moment of inertia changes depending on the rotation axis that you choose. So it's critical that I put that little subscript in there to specify that this is the moment of inertia if I use the center of mass as my rotation axis, times omega squared, where omega is the rotational velocity around that point. Let's apply this to a simple example. So in this example, we have a rod of mass 2 kilograms. It has a length of 1 meter. So this is 2 kilograms, a length of 1 meter. And I'm assuming this thing is uniform, which means the center of mass is right in the geometric center of it. And we toss it through the air horizontally with a center of mass velocity of 8 meters per second, an angular velocity of 3 rotations per second, which needs to be turned into radians per second. Well, every rotation is 2 pi radians, so this must be 6 pi radians per second. And I want the total kinetic energy of this thing. So that's K equals 1/2 times the mass times the center of mass velocity squared, plus 1/2 times the moment of inertia with respect to the center of mass times the angular velocity squared. So I end up with 1/2 times the total mass times the center of mass speed squared, plus 1/2 times the moment of inertia for this thing. So you have to look this up or memorize it, but the moment of inertia for a rod spun about its center is going to be 1/12 ml squared, which in this case is 1/12 times a mass of 2 kilograms, length of 1 meter, all squared. And I get a nice round number of 1/6 out of this. Omega is then 6 pi. And I have to square that. When I crunch the numbers on this, I get 93.6 joules of total kinetic energy when you take the translation and rotation both into account.